Archbishop Ruben Akurdid, Archbishop of Jonglei Internal Province. Now, we have seen us with Bishop Peter Joh Mayom, the Diocese Bishop, the Diocese of Malek. He has briefed us about the meeting, the synod in Juba. And on my part is that we heard that the diocese, 3 dioceses where I was deproged because of consecrating bishop, integrating dioceses, they are now approved and are deproged. I don't see the reason why these are the dioceses I was deproged because of them. Now they are approved and are deproged. That one remain unanswered. Also, there are other areas where have come out, they have never been assessed, like the area diocese of Jalle, and that one is a total confusion. On our arrangement as Jonglei Internal Province, it was Baidit who was going to be an area diocese, not Jalle. Jalle is authority. So this total confusion they brought to authority is unacceptable. It is not good. Why should we confuse our people? Why confusing authority? Baidi is contending with his name, Baidi. And authority is what is now called to be area, Jalle. What is it now? So with this one, we think that there is nothing will come out from Juba, and we will continue to be what we say, that we will stand alone until we wait for the next primate. Because this present primate is not solve anything. It is adding fuel on fire. Doing the right thing, and they have come to it now. They have approved them. Then why was that the problem? No, I have issue with them.
Yeah.
Why they should be approved? Well, I mean the problem. I have to be reinstated, and then the diocese approve. If I'm reinstated, then people will decide my retirement, because I have already wrote my letter of retirement. But by became and confused everything.
Okay.
I was going to retire in December this year. So I am the advocate. I know who is senior and who is the right person to have that. Yeah. The name of Thoy comes from the area, in a clan called Body. So, if there are going to be 2 dioceses in a Thoy, the next one will be Baidi, not a Thoy. Now it is the opposite. Jalle is now become the area, and then Baidi is now the what is it now? What is it? Nur is there, is the son of a son, and he's not able to sort out this.
What is your say to the believers?
The believers, I'm telling them that they should be calm. Let them remain as they are. What will Jalle say if the name of Jalle is taken to Baidi and Baidi becomes senior to Jalle? What is it now? Is it the responsibility as Moses is clinging on, confusing his own people?
Okay, what is your last message?
My last message is that I have to be reinstated, then these diocese have to be approved, and then correction have to be done in a third name have to go to Jalle, and then the new area should be Baidi.
Yes, Bishop Peter Joh Mayom, the Bishop of Diocese of Malek. I just came here on the invitation of the Archbishop Ruben and the Bishop of Diocese of Bor. I went to Juba with a delegation of Diocese of Malek, but we withdraw technical in the meeting because there were issues that were not clear. At first, we reserve ourselves as the Diocese of Malek that we don't want to take part in this crisis, and then we say that we will be reporting direct to the province. This issue, we discuss it sometimes, and we give all necessary record or papers to the Archbishop. That was last year. That was the decision of the standing committee, because we presume that we will be the right people to mediate people here in Jonglei Internal Province. But nevertheless, that attempt was despised by the primate, because primate has so much entered into the communal affairs of the community, and they see me as maybe Gok, which I am not subscribed to that. Even up to now, as I'm standing with Ruben here, I want to make it clear that the Diocese of Malek is still remain in its position that we are not part of Jonglei Internal Province until the issues are addressed. And then we are neighbors with the Diocese of Bor, and if they invite us, we will come and participate with them. We will not be part of these two, because Jonglei now and the Diocese of Bor have got two diocesan bishops. And I made the point clear to the House of Bishop, but the House of Bishop seem not to be understanding the situation here in Bor, as well as the Bishop of Jonglei. And as a result of that, we felt, I think it's better that we take a break or leave until we see these people settle their matters. The matters that brought serious controversy are issues to do with the Constitution. And if it is the issues due to Constitution, I've been very clear. I always tell Archbishop Ruben and Archbishop Badi, they all violated the Constitution. And if so, they have to be finished altogether. Like, for example, the issue at hand, our canon say that if a bishop has a case in the court, that bishop cannot continue with his spiritual duties until he settles his case. As we are talking now, the name of Primate Justin Badi is in the list. He is number 2 responder in the court. His name is in the court. Why should he continue being the Archbishop? Why should he continue being the primate? Unless the Constitution is practicable or is working to some few individual, therefore Akurdid and Justin Badi, they should be offside, all of them. If so, because Badi has a case to answer in the court. And if he settles his case, then he come back. This is what the Constitution says. But because he is above the law, he is above the Constitution, he can do whatever he wants. Nobody will ask him. The reason why we did not attend the synod is, I want to brief people here. Badi has not been very straightforward with us as the diocese. We told them, and he invite us. He invite us as the Diocese of Malek individually. Here is my badge. It does not read Jonglei Internal Province. This read Diocese of Malek. But when I happened to be in the ground, he told me and the delegation of Diocese of Bor or Malek that please go to your bishop, Archbishop Anur. But we say that, how come? You invite us as the diocese and you are telling us now to go to Anur. How come? So he was not able to convince us, and as a result of that, I call Anur. I introduce Anur to the people that the primate say that he belonged to them. The people of Diocese Malek declined, and they decided not to be part of the synod, because with the reason I cannot be a participant to the synod, simply because the people that I'm representing are not in the synod. My appeal, particularly as a man of God, man of faith, I want to say, if this issue of Bor is going to be resolved, it is us to solve, because the church will not handle it. Based on the way that they handle it now, this case will go for the rest of the year that Badi will be in the leadership. And this is what we don't want. I'm calling Anur to step down as the Archbishop. Let him just step down, write a resignation letter, then go back to the Diocese of Authority. We'll come and settle our issues ourselves. So the people of Authority the primate should not proceed with the consecration of the Bishop of Diocese of Authority until this case is handled. And Anur, for if Anur want peace, and if Anur love peace as man of God, as we always say, the peace of God that surpasses human understanding, Anur has to decline. He has to step down, then go back to Diocese of Makuach. I myself, if a Diocese of Makuach will resist, I will interfere. I will go to them. Anur remain as the Bishop of Makuach, and if Akurdid retired, Anur will come as the Archbishop. As I promised to you, that I cannot be an alternative, and we don't want to be clutch. Anur has been knock hit with Archbishop Ruben, and I don't want to be knock hit with the Archbishop with Anur. So let him step down, go back to his diocese. Ruben Akurdid retired, then come back to Diocese of Bor. With that, I will support that. But without that, I wash my hand. Let him step down. If he loves peace, go back to his diocese. Then we reconcile our people. But if you want the community of Bor to be divided, let him hold on to this group of people who are not interested for the unity of Bor people. So this is what my message to Archbishop Moses. It is still doable. It is still doable. It is still doable. And I repeat, it is still doable. If you want to entrap or to destroy this community, let him cling on to that offer. This is a dirty offer. It is not a spiritual gift. Anur has to step down, go back to his diocese. If Akurdid retired, we'll bring him to be Bishop of Diocese of Bor. Actually, if people work of seniority, if people are coming to Diocese of Bor as senior, then it is either me or Anur. But I will not accept. I have to make sure that the peace come back to our community. Anur has to, Archbishop Ruben has to exit peacefully. Because Archbishop Ruben was not trial in the court. He was not trial in the court. And I repeat it, he was not trial in the court. The church should be the one leading in transparency. The church should be the one leading the nation. We should not be the one destroying the nation. The church should be faithful. The church should be straightforward. The church should be faithful and faithful and faithful. Anur, please step down. Please step down. This is not good for you and for your Christian community. This is not good. Step down. Even though others will convince you, as your brother, I'm telling you, these people will abandon you at the end of the day, and your community will be destroyed. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I promise you, step down, Akurdid retired, you come back to Diocese of Bor. I will have no question about it. Nobody will even contest with you. But if you will do it like this, then that will be something else. With me, I still committed on the position of Diocese of Bor, that Diocese of Bor, Diocese of Malek remain as it is. The way our position is clear, we are neighbors with the Diocese of Bor, and we recognize Archbishop Ruben Akurdid as a Bishop of Diocese of Bor because he's a valuable person. He is Archbishop here, and we are in the Diocese of Bor. If you want to have us help anything, we are free to come. He go on with his demonstrative, we remain in our diocese. This is the position. This is my position and position of Diocese of Bor. Step down, Akurdid retired, come back to Diocese of Bor. Only that. Thank you. God bless you. Secretary, I send a message both to Archbishop, Primate, and a new Bishop of Jonglei. Actually, if at all that there is nobody above the law, then the General Synod has broken the law of the Constitution. Now, on 4th October, this is a message I wrote in regard to the authority. The decision of the House of Bishop of Jonglei Internal Province contradict Article 46, subsection 1 and 2 of the ECS Constitution, 2016 AD. It is the duty of diocesan bishop, not Archbishop, Primate, Caretaker Bishop, to satisfy in court, to satisfy both internal province, it is to satisfy internal province and provincial synod that there is a need for creation of the area diocese. And when the two houses approve the request for suffragan bishop of any area in court, the diocesan bishop shall nominate three candidates to the diocesan standing committee to select one to be consecrated. Now, the reason why I wrote this, the Bishop of Jonglei, they have breached and they need to be punished. If Badi is a man of constitution, and Badi himself, who is the chair of the synod, has to revise is knowledge on canon law of this church, because they have approved the area diocese without diocesan bishop of Atoch. Early on, I talked with Justin Buddy. I convinced him that to make the bishop of the Anyidi, Makuach, Cueikeer as Safarican, and make the current bishop as a Safarican bishop of those areas, and then leave Akurdid till the case is solved. Buddy himself told me we cannot make them Safarican bishop until we bring the bishop. My question is, Your Grace, Primate Justin Buddy, where is the bishop of Diocese of Atoch, that you can be able to create another area diocese out of Atoch? Is this not a confusion? Judge me. You read Article 46 and you will know that you have broken that. Synod should have not do that. The Synod of Jonglei has not approved Atoch, Jalle, as area diocese. The Diocese of Atoch has not sat down as the diocesan bishop is not there. I told you to consecrate the bishop of Atoch. Until now, you have not enthroned him. Therefore, why do you want to keep people in a darkness when we are breaking the law of the church? You go and read Article 46. Atoch should be approved, or Diocese of Atoch should be division of Diocese of Atoch should be approved by the Synod of Diocese of Atoch, chaired by the Bishop of Diocese of Atoch. This is what the Constitution says. Then after that, the information will be brought to Internal Province. The Internal Province Synod has to approve that. Then after that, the issue will go to you. Which Constitution are you judging? Akurdid. Constitution, you are breaking it. Judge me well. Go and read Article 46. And if I'm wrong, punish me with it. God bless you.
Thank you.
Kita wan walk and more you bang it door. Tiwa yi alat chuka tau ka wen chuka ping door chu tau in dom pinwa koi. Joyati ai dong at no walk. Joyati ai dong kanita do. Dong pan Jonglei you bang it. Wen chuka ping dong a wundi. Nika bo ba cho kwe. Nika amar koi you bang. Kana chu chu chu. Amen. Amen.